I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black.
So we're at another episode of Arabia Asked You, and today's questions would be on race and different things of that nature. So the first question that I'm going to ask to you guys is, how do you feel about the statement, you're acting white or you're acting black? And so I'm going to first read a response from someone on Instagram, and then we'll ask the panel. So one of the responses that I got on Instagram was, I hated this growing up. I was always told by my black family members that I was acting white. I always thought it was because I'm adopted. But as I grew up, I realized it means talking with sense, being educated, not using slang and ebonics, which is unfortunate that this is associated with white, while talking black is opposite or negative. So what are you guys' thoughts on the question?
So I hate the whole you're acting white thing, because I get told that I act white because I go camping every year. I think everyone should broaden their horizon to do more activities, because it's really just an activity to do. And it helps you meet more people as well.
I think I agree with the tweeter, but talking white is associated with being proper, I think, is because there's more white people. That's all we see when we put on our TV, when we put on our laptops, our phones, we see white people. And the English language is not our own. We've been talking slang and ebonics, and it's just who we are. And we have that switch.
Piggyback, I guess, off what she said. I think that talking black or talking white isn't necessarily, it could be about speaking properly, but I think a lot of it has to do with cadence. Like, you know what I'm saying? You see certain people, they speak like, you know, their voice kind of goes up a little bit. Hey, how you doing? Like, you know, like, it's kind of like, wait, you can still speak proper. Like, I feel like I speak properly when I'm at work. I'm on, you know, I do IT, so I'm on the phone all day. But it's like, you can tell I'm black over the phone, but at the same time, I'm professional, I'm proper, you know what I'm saying? I'm not necessarily speaking slang, but I don't sound white at the same time. So I think it has more to do with just being proper. I think it has a lot to do with your cadence and the way it kind of rolls off your tongue, you know?
And you said professional, and that was one thing I don't understand is, how come African Americans don't associate being proper with just being professional opposed to you being white? Right. Why is it that you're being white because you're being professional in any sense of, not even just at work, but just because you're talking a certain type of talk or your voice sounds a certain type of way, why isn't it professional that you're just being white?
I just think it's the rules of society. There's no way we can change that. At least not yet.
I don't know if I totally agree with that.
I don't either.
I think you can be, I feel like, especially like Obama, like, Obama's like professional as hell, but he has all the swagger of a black man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no one's really checking Obama like, you're not. Like, you know, he comes off like a black man, but he's super professional. Like, I feel like you can be that way.
I'm not sure if you guys heard what Mike Vick said, but maybe you did. So what are your thoughts on what he said about Colin Kaepernick as far as him needing to cut his hair off as to be accepted within that whole NFL realm? So what are your guys' thoughts on that?
This, I think, goes back to society's rules. Mike only cut his hair, his cornrows, when he had to go to prison for the dog fighting. And I think he told Vic that, honestly, I think he thought he was being genuine. But I think Mike is sort of, I don't want to say brainwashed because that's a little intense, but he's telling Kaepernick what he was probably told before he went to jail, when he got out, because he isn't the same. I don't think he is. I don't know him personally, but I don't view him the same.
I think it's very discriminative to tell people of color they have to cut their hair, or it just takes us back to the 60s when we, got perms because we wanted to go into the job setting. It's extremely racist to tell black people you have to change your hair, cut your dreads, you can't get jobs if you have certain things. It's really chopping our culture up when you say we have to change something that we can't change, something so beautiful.
The show Insecure, there was this one scene where it was this new black girl who came into the building. She was a little loud and, and the main character, Molly, she's black too. She tried to tell her, you have to tone it down. And the girl was like, well, I didn't have to tone it down in my interview. And I think it's just a whole...
I don't see color. I just see someone who's gonna fetch me coffee.
Hey, I'll catch up with you in just a bit.
Okay, see you.
Hey. Hi. I'm Molly, one of the third-year associates.
Oh, look at you. I like seeing us in high places, girl.
Oh, but thank you so much. But listen, I know everything is super new right now, so if you ever need anything, I can help.
Oh, thanks, Molly.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
And
Rashida, but you can call me Dada Girl.
okay. Okay.
Ben, you ain't never lie. But for real, I was shadowing Merrill and Johnson on the Chin case, and I had to send myself to HR because Johnson is on.
Hey, Rashida, hi.
Hey.
Can you come here for a second?
Oh, girl, of course. What? You better not eat my soup.
Hey, so, I just wanted to check in to see how you were acclimating.
Girl, I'm good, thanks.
Good, because, I just want to make sure that no one gets the wrong impression of you.
Why would they? Mark said I was doing great.
Yeah, and you are. It's just, sometimes you can be a little... Girl, you know how these white people are? If you want to be successful here, you gotta know when to switch it up a little bit.
I appreciate your feedback, but I didn't switch it up in my interview with the senior partners, and I didn't switch it up when I was named editor of the law review, so I don't think I need to switch it up now. But thank you so much.
And the girl was like, well, I didn't have to tone it down in my interview. And I think it's just a whole...
adjusting to the culture.
It's weird. We
very
have to keep
good example.
bouncing back and forth, and it's stressful. It can be stressful.
And even in that situation, I think that girl was just being who she was, where Molly was not. I've been watching Dr. Umar Johnson and just listening to a lot of things that he stands for and different things like that. And so something that stood out to me was the fact that Frederick Douglass' second wife was Caucasian. So my question for you guys is, how do you feel about interracial dating?
I'm all for it. I don't think there should be any reason that you can't date outside of your race. I understand people, have preferences, but I don't really have any preferences. I mean, I've dated black girls my whole life. I assume I'll probably end up marrying a black girl just because that's, how it's been. But I'm not locked into that, and I think the people are locked into that. You're kind of cheating yourself because you never know what you can learn from another
I
race.
feel like I'm open to any races, and I think everyone should love who they love, no matter what race, color, same thing, or gender they are. I think love is love.
I agree that love is love. Obviously, you can't help who you fall in love with. But preferences. Preference is another word for being shallow. You're choosing something physical instead of who this person really is. And also, I think if we keep mixing over the year, over a span of maybe 20 to 100 years, brown people are going to lessen, and
For me, I just feel interracial dating is okay if that's what you want to experience. However, ideally, I want to marry a black man. And I think I can find all those nice qualities in a black man. And so that's what I'm trying to do.
Well, for me, as an adult, I probably wouldn't date interracially, but I know as a child, my father is white, my mom is black, and going to white events and being a black family with a white man running around, it was kind of odd and awkward for me to be in that type of situation. So.
And what are white events?
White events
I'm sorry.
where there's a bunch of white people there.
Oh, okay.
predominantly.
Yeah,
okay.
white events.
No, I thought you meant specifically.
No.
They had functions or something like that.
Whites only.
Yeah, whites
So
only
you're saying
events.
you're saying that you're mixed, but you wouldn't date outside of your race. So you wouldn't date someone that's not mixed. Well, I don't understand what you're saying. What is your race? What do you know?
Well, when I think of interracial dating, I think black and white. It doesn't matter, like black and Spanish.
So you're saying you wouldn't date anybody outside of black or white?
No, I wouldn't date anybody that's white.
But
you're half white. You know
right.
what I'm saying?
I think that's what his question is.
I'm just confused. You're half white yourself, so that would be dating your race. Like,
Which side do you
you
identify?
obviously identify with black, right?
I identify with black.
Okay, so you identify with African American, but you're African American and Caucasian, and you wouldn't date would you date someone who's mixed?
I would, but I'm just saying, to me, interracial dating is black and white.
So what if it was someone who was mixed, but they associate themselves with being Caucasian, but they're mixed?
Then I would say they're delusional because black is common.
Interesting. That's very interesting. Because so I was on a flight coming back from Puerto Rico, and I did a kind of on the go set with this guy, and so he said to me that if the father was white, then the child was white, but if the father was black and the mother was white, then the child was black. So that was very interesting to me.
That's a logical.
Yeah.
Was it Puerto Rican?
No,
No, he was African American.
Oh, okay.
Or even science doesn't even say that.
Yeah.
Right.
I know it's true for Jews though.
Oh,
Like, if your
yeah.
mother's Jewish, then you're Jewish. But like, they do that in their religion. That's a real thing. I've
Last
heard.
question for you guys is, if you were in a situation like Sandra Bland, Mike Brown, Freddie Gray, Trayvon Martin, how would you react in these type of situations? Now, when I say in these type of situations, not necessarily you're driving, because some of us don't always drive, and some of these people are not always driving when these situations happen. So if you're walking or you're trying to get to your vehicle, how would you react to that? Like, what is the first thing that's probably going through your mind? Or you think will go through your mind, because you haven't been through it, but, well, I don't know, but.
I have a story because I don't drive, and I got stopped for jaywalking. It was the oddest thing. It was no cars, like you couldn't see any cars coming by. I got stopped. I kind of froze and felt like it was an out-of-body experience. Like, it's not me experiencing this because I'm not being me. I'm lessening myself, my character. Like, I have to act a different way towards cops.
I've learned to like completely humble myself. The first time that I was riding a scooter, I got pulled over by some cops. You know, they tore me down. They were like, "Who you think you are?" And they put me in jail that first time. And after that, I learned to completely humble yourself. Yes, officer. No, officer. Almost back to like, slave talk. Because
that's not funny, but
because I don't want to get killed.
Right,
I don't.
right.
And these days, we're losing a lot of sisters and brothers from like petty stuff.
Even if we do, like, humble ourselves, it doesn't make a difference. Sandra humbled herself. The long list of black people killed, probably 85% of them had to humble themselves. And they're still dead.
I mean, with certain cases, like, obviously with like Philandro Castile, that was like, there was nothing he could do. He did everything right, and they still shot him for no reason. So like, situation like that is scary. But I feel like with like Eric Gardner or with Trayvon or with some of the other ones, I mean, I feel like maybe if I was in that situation, I could have, maneuvered. I feel like there probably were things that could have been done. Not to say that the officers weren't wrong at all, because of course they were. But there's probably things that could have been done to make them a little bit more compliant or ease them, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times black people, we get into situations with law enforcement, we get prideful, and we kind of like, we know you're violating our rights, and we start feeling like, nah, you can't do that. When it's like, really, maybe you just let them violate. Like, I don't want to say you should just bow down, but if you let them just get away with something, you might be able to walk away with your life, as opposed to like, you trying to stand up for something that's small, and then you end up
dead.
Exactly.
This one,
You can go.
this one thing I learned, if you ever in a situation, let them do whatever they want to do and then take their card and then report it later. That's what I've been told when I used to work in Baltimore with like the juvenile justice system. Definitely let them do what they do and then report it later, because that's like your best bet.
Can I ask a mini question?
Sure, go ahead.
Do you guys think we act differently towards white cops than we do black cops? Or is it the same exact?
I think black cops are worse.
I think so too.
Yeah. When I see a black cop, I get nervous, even more nervous. I'm like, shit, you probably got something against us. Like, for real.
So you feel like you have to change yourself even more with a black cop?
I mean, I act the same regardless, but I just feel like with a black cop, I feel like they're probably not going to cut me a break.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I don't like niggas. Like, just like all the boys in the hood, like, I hate niggas like you, I hate your skin. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel like they really feel. Like, you pick a cop, probably because you got something against, you know, black people. I don't know. Not all cops, there's some good cops.
Yeah.
But that could also just be based off of what you're trying to be accepted. So you're
trying to act like
right. So you're trying
prove,
They got something to prove and trying to say like, or trying to. I guess they just have something to prove. But one question that I do have to ask, it's not one that I have, but it's something that I kind of struggle with myself, and I just wonder if maybe someone else does. So say for instance, you're walking in the street and just regular walking, you're going somewhere or whatever. Do you feel as though you move out of the way for white people when they're coming your way? Now both of you guys are coming in a direction, but do you feel as though you move out their way, or do you feel as though they should move out of your way?
Honestly, before I got to college, I thought that I needed to like be a little mouse around white people, not talk too loud. But I think after going to college and becoming black AF, I think that I don't care anymore. Like I'm not gonna move for you, especially if I feel like you don't see me. That's how I feel like riding the trains and the buses. They act like you are supposed to be the one to move out of their way. So I don't move anymore.
At first, I did move. You know, I live in D.C. It's being gentrified like crazy, and I feel powerless here. And yeah, I used to move, and then like you said, it takes a while to be like, no, I was here first. And if we're both gonna like coexist in the city, we need to both like make that effort to move out each other's way. We both have to say excuse me. We both have to greet each other. You know, if we're gonna really coexist in the same city.
What my mom used to say was, we built this city. We built this place. There's no reason you shouldn't be walking without your head up.
We built America. Like, people built America.
I think it's funny that y'all feel that way, because I never feel that way, honestly. Like, when I walk in a straight line. White people get out of my way all the time. I don't know if I'm a black man. I never have to move out of the way. Like, even sometimes, like, I'll try to move it, and they're already like trying to get out of my way. You know, like I might have been in your walking lane, but it's like they'll get out of my way. Like, I never have to deal with that. It got to the point where when I walk, I just walk, and they just get out of my way, like, because they don't want to bump into you, and they don't want no problems.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Women is a little bit different.
Right? Women is different. That's what I was like to hear y'all say. I never thought about that, but I never had that problem.
I'm kind of a New Yorker, so I have my New Yorker stance when I'm walking, so I bump everybody. I don't care. It can be black, white, you get bumped. If you're in the way, you get bumped.
Well, I don't think I've ever been put in this type of situation where I need a white person to get out of my way or I'm in their way. So, I mean, like you said, when I'm walking, I just walk. If you move, you move. If you don't, you don't.
Well, this was an awesome show, and I think everyone for your answers and your time. And this is it for Arabia Asked You. See you for the next episode.
Corruption has an odor, Lord. I've been voting for 4 Tell me what we voting for. Change what I hoping for. Trump by smorgasbord of corporate boards. Court reports not guilty to